Welcome back to the Backside Potty. This week we are discussing the Tour de France Femmes, the Olympics, and the Vuelta.
2 gin and tonics, 2 vodkas, and a scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.
Now let's introduce you to the Backsiders. Shreds.
Hey.
Friebes.
Happy to be here.
Curto.
Morning.
Jimbob.
Yeehaw.
Myself on the mic, Shauno. And Ryan Thomas is joining us tonight.
Rhino.
G'day.
What a pleasure, mate. And for those can wait a little bit, we'll get a special episode with Ryan where he unleashes all his secrets. It's going to be good.
Yeah, look out.
That's coming out Monday, so hold your breath. Or don't, because you might not get there.
Don't spit. Just don't spit.
Yeah. Anyway, Shreds, what you get up to this week?
I had my son, so I was on mum duty.
You love it.
Indoor training. Lots of soccer with him and riding with him. I'm lucky that he loves the bike as much as I do, so get out with him.
Full gas.
Yeah. What about you, Jimbob?
My kids brought gastro home from daycare, which was really good for my Townsville prep. So that's Townsville this weekend. So
Shredding.
Yeah, we're just putting the final touches on that.
Love it.
That was my week.
Freebes.
Man, I had to go down to Sydney for a bit of work, which was okay, but ate and drank too much, unfortunately, as you do when you're away. And then had a reasonably good week on the bike. Did plenty of Ks and did a bit of racing, which was good. Got a few results. So, yeah, just fine-tuning.
Brilliant. Curto.
Myself, drank a few beers.
Standard.
Was doing Uber Eats.
Oh, yeah. Punjabi.
Was doing Uber Eats, sober or not, who knows. Sean, how was your week?
Yeah, it was good, mate. 14 hours on the bike this week, so that was good. So went for a couple walks as well, so that's a positive.
Did you log them on Strava?
They get TSS.
Yeah, it's our secret training, those walks.
Oh, okay.
Are they the Friebe 5 p.m. walks back in the day?
Yeah.
You said New Farm?
Yep.
You want to see those again?
Yeah.
I'm going to start putting them up.
Yeah, go on.
They were affecting my TSS, though, so I had to, change it.
Oh, the secret weight loss, that is.
Yes, so fun. I need it, mate. Trust me.
How do you fuel that sort of a session?
Beers.
That should probably go in the game changers later, mate.
And Rhino, what'd you get up to this week, mate?
Still stuck indoors, so a lot of indoor training, but actually I got out for a ride with Curbs, so nice to be outdoors for the first time in 3 months.
Brilliant. And I saw you got a new bike too.
I did get a new bike, thanks Tandem, new Merida, so
Lovely.
Loving it. Although, first ride outdoors on a new bike after being stuck inside for a couple of months, anything feels nice.
Yeah, so true. Anyway, bloody Tour de France Femmes kicked off the other night, and it's been a good battle so far. A couple of sprint stages, a bit of a double stage day, which is quite interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I feel like it demises female cycling a little bit.
Yeah, they're just rushing it because just to compound it into a few days, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
A 6 kilometre time trial, mate. That is a joke.
Yeah.
It's a bit, it's taking the piss.
That's a prologue, isn't it?
Demi Vollering still put 5 seconds into people, which into Chloe Dygert and all that. So that's bloody impressive for a GC rider too. You know.
They were moving. It was like 51 km an hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were moving.
Yeah.
So, from a tour perspective, it's still long. I don't think the double stage took away from what that race actually is. It's 950 Ks over 8 days.
Yeah.
It's still a big race.
It is.
I did watch the Lantern Rouge breakdown this morning, and he was saying Grace Brown could have podiumed or could have won.
I reckon she could have won.
Yeah, could have won.
Could have won.
Yeah.
If she didn't get the rear puncture.
Yeah, because she was down. I think she was only 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So.
How about a gold bike too, eh?
The helmet.
That was pretty
Unreal.
sexy.
Yeah.
The laser helmet, the Remco laser helmet looked good.
Yep.
Ooh.
It bloody looks good with the Oz kit too, that gold bike.
She looks baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it.
I
I love the commitment to get gold straight away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I reckon she needs to hang around another year next year just to give it a bit more airtime.
Finish on a high. That's a pretty baller move.
Yeah,
That's a
true.
big mic drop.
True.
Yeah.
She's Olympic champion.
Yeah.
Just back to the 2 stages on one day. You wouldn't see that in the men's, so why are they doing it in the women's? It's sort of that's the question everyone's asking, surely.
I think it is interesting, but I think it makes for a bit more exciting race. If you if you set out anyone on a 150k flat stage is pretty boring, right? So
Correct.
What's going to happen differently on a 67 or 79k stage, I think it was, in the morning? What's going to change if you add another 50k on?
But then why not do that in the men's?
I was about to say, like, maybe they should do it in the men's.
Maybe they should.
Maybe this is a new format.
Yeah, but I think they should have made a longer time trial. Like
Yeah.
a 6k time trial doesn't really bring out the time trialers, but it also lends the overall GC to maybe more of a climber might win. Like Debbie Vollering is hands down the best.
I called her the Pog of female cycling this morning.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Good
Coined it.
comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Another thing about the race, how good DSM winning stage 1.
Oh,
and
wasn't
two,
that
and two.
beautiful?
stage 1 and 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying
But one men.
one,
Oh yeah,
the men's stage 1.
actually.
Yeah.
Come on,
And-
mate.
Wait,
Get
yeah.
your facts in, please, Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wake up, please.
Didn't take him long with the Tonys, did he?
The crowds, though, I don't know if you saw the photos and stuff, but the crowds were insane. Like, arguably bigger than the men. Finish.
Really?
Like, they were 20, 30 deep at the finish line.
Holy.
It was unreal.
That's the Netherlands influence, I reckon.
100%.
Absolutely.
They love it.
Yeah.
I actually think also that they were trying to the double stage, I think might actually have something to do with
Yeah, it
the
brings people.
Olympics. But it does bring people, but also the Olympics, like trying to get people the back-to-back afterwards. Like you've got to think
yeah.
about what we're fitting in. Like we've gone from the Tour de France,
It's a lot.
we've gone to, then we've gone straight into Olympics. Now Tour de France Femmes, and then we're going straight into the
Vuelta.
Vuelta. Like,
It's a busy schedule.
It's made it easy to fill a podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are we
Thank
going to
you.
do when it stops?
Oh mate. might have gone a 3-month hiatus.
We have to get Ryan on every week.
I'll be here.
Muzz will be on then. So
Oh, yeah, we can
we'll
talk about that.
Yeah, we'll just talk about that.
And
for
Kurt's going to make a comeback, so that'll fill some air.
And there's 50 grand for the first race back. Is that what we
50
said?
Gs.
Oh, wow. We dropped that? That's unconfirmed. Unconfirmed, people.
What, for the first race back? Jeez.
Is that you, Jimbob?
I didn't realise Friebe was sponsoring
Maybe.
the race, mate. Is Friebe sponsoring the race? Is that what's happening?
Oh, Freeb's
I
credit card on the
sponsored the
bar.
beers, so why not sponsor the race prize money too?
Yeah, may as well, mate. Bloody money bags, aren't you?
I don't work apparently.
You don't.
Kiwi.
This is great banter.
Anyway, back to the Femmes. They
How do we get onto that?
Yeah, I don't know. Go from the Femmes to Muzz. Easily done. Anyway, the last stage actually finishes up Alpe d'Huez.
Duez.
Elderwez.
Alpe d'Huez.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fix that one up.
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Straighten him up a bit.
It's all
Thanks,
right.
Rhino.
Can you repeat that?
No. It finishes up Alpe d'Huez.
Duez.
There you go.
Go for
So,
the third time. Repeat it one more time.
Surely you've ridden it on Zwift.
I have, mate, and I cancelled my subscription after it, so
Yes.
It'll be good though tonight. We've got the first hilly stage to see what comes out.
yeah, it's a bit of a combo. Bit of a
Yeah.
combo stage of Amstel Gold and Bastogne Liège. So it's, it'll be good.
Some
It'll
good races.
be good to see what the GC
Shake
pack
up.
does. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good. So that goes into Belgium, obviously, finishing in Bastogne. And then next day starts in Belgium, goes into France, and the last 3 stages, all in France. So it's the Tour de France is only half in France.
I guess they've got a lot going on there over the last few weeks, haven't they? So
It's been a busy country.
they'll be sick of the cycling and sick of sport probably by now.
Sick of people too. Jesus.
That too.
Talking about the Olympics, how good was the road race?
Oh, mate. It was good.
Both the men's and the women's.
Correct.
Sensational performances.
Yeah.
Unreal. Unreal.
And to throw it in, Remco doing the double. How
Oh,
good was
mate.
that?
I don't think we've done ever again. That was outstanding.
How
You-
good's his
ever
party
again?
though afterwards? He's
Oh,
like
mate.
full hard style, just like
Slammed the
sessioning.
phone
He's
down.
just like,
I reckon Ray Gunn has to watch out for Remco.
I reckon he's popping Gary's like there's nothing else going on. He's having his best fucking
Classic Belgium,
life.
just
It was-
hardstyle music.
Oh.
Yeah,
he was
the-
throwing a hack out there on stage.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of him that he released of himself in the selfie. Oh, mate, the tracksuit, and he's just muzzing hard.
It reminds me, I don't know if you've seen that video of the quick step guys and Tom Boonen when Tom Boonen retires and he does like full hard step on the stage. Like, it's unreal. It's just
So good.
Classic Euro.
They know how to party, eh?
Yeah.
But
Those Belgians.
he's lucky he had a good sort of lead on the bunch though, because Puncher with 3K to go roughly.
That was so stressful.
He was punchy. Like he was like, give me that bike as fast as you
I
can.
watched my heart rate on my ring and I was like, it went up like 40 beats in that moment. I was like, oh God, I'm not even racing and I feel the stress.
Mate, I would have been fuming if I was him.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone in that position would be fuming.
For sure.
Well, he handled it pretty well.
Mate, talking about someone that handled it well, did you watch the mountain biking? What about Tom Pidcock getting the flat? I'm just chilling. He was like, don't care about getting the flat, mate. I'm coming back and going to take gold. I'm just going to jam you
Into a tree.
That was probably one of the best performances on a mountain bike I've seen. I watch every mountain biker. Like, I'm a big mountain bike fan. And that was unreal. He is, honestly, on a mountain bike, he's very, very hard to beat. Way more on the road than on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's skills or fitness or both?
Both. But skills-wise, he's pretty similar. Some of them are better than him. He actually loses a bit of time on the skills. But fitness-wise, he can just go insanely hard.
Did you think when he got dropped going up that final climb, race was over?
I kind of did.
I did.
But Victor, he sat up and waited for Tom when he saw that Tom was catching him. So he saved himself. So I kind of thought that Victor saved a little bit in the tank, but Tom is so tenacious that he was gonna give it his everything to come back, even if he decked it.
What about carving up the inside there on that corner? The French crowd are booing. What's the actual rules in mountain biking? I must admit, I don't know. Is it first wheel, like just into the corner that wins, or how does that sort of?
I was racing. Racing incident.
100%.
It's
Tough
like a
love.
gold medal on the line, Olympics. Like, you're doing everything you can to get to that corner first, and they both knew that first into that final corner was probably going to win. So
I don't know why Victor took the wide line though. You know how it split into two.
no, it was the smoother line, so it was faster.
Yeah.
But Tom got a run, and it was over roots. So if you watch it, he's real bumpy. So it was the slower line. Tom just took it quicker.
There you go. Shit.
He just
send.
gave it the fucking beans through the corner.
Yeah.
What a ledge.
Love that.
Full send.
Love that. Back to the women's road race. Bloody Kristen Faulkner. That, like, I was watching it and I was like, this is good racing. It was great racing by the females. Like, there was a break up the road, and then was it Kopecky or Vollering that was with Faulkner?
It was. No, it wasn't. I think it was Kopecky.
Yeah, I think-
I'd have to double check that now.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And they were catching that break, and I was like, oh, Kopecky has to counter-attack, like 10 metres behind their wheel and just scoot past them.
I think she was on the limit, mate.
She was on the limit.
Looked like she was
but
on
then
the limit.
who did it? Faulkner did it, and it was
She
the race
raced.
winning move.
She
they
raced
were-
so
they were-
smart.
Yeah.
They were together for like a couple of K before Faulkner actually went. And,
Oh,
Yeah.
and it was like when she made the winning move, it was just literally because Voss and Kopecky were looking at each other.
Yes.
Like they lost. It was an unreal ride, but Kopecky and Voss, they lost the race.
Yes.
So
Correct.
Faulkner won the race.
Yep.
Because they were looking at each other.
Correct.
And she deserved to win, obviously.
Yep.
But
She was just so
they
smart.
They literally sat up and they were doing
Yeah.
20K an hour when
Yeah.
she got 30
So
seconds.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's racing.
That's
isn't
racing. She took the opportunity. It's
Mm-hmm.
tactics as well as fitness.
Exactly.
It is good to see that the women's cycling is getting really exciting now and seeing things like that. Like, I feel like previously we haven't seen so much aggression.
Bigger gaps too.
Yeah. I really dove deep into this topic. It's good that you're here, Rhino, because like we're seeing, I think, women mature later in the sport than we are men. Like you say, with the under-19s being prime for men, a lot of these women are a lot older. Like Faulkner's 31, Voss, we've got 37, Grace Brown 32. That's compared to Remco at 24, like Pog at 25, Jonas at 27. Like, there is a bit of that gap. There's not a lot of stats on it. I really looked hard. They haven't been able to do a direct comparison, but there is a lot to say that like we're seeing the women do it a bit later, I think, in cycling particularly. So what did I find here? The standard thinking is that most sport athletes peak physiologically around 27. So that's from British cycling coach Will Newton. So I found that. And that VO2 max declines by 15% per decade. And muscular strength declines steadily past the age of 30.
Oh,
which
Andrew Friebe would dispute that.
Yeah, I think they're very standardised.
super standardized stats.
I think that the error bars on those would be pretty large.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So like Chris Horner won the Vuelta at 42.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Is it just simply opportunity?
We've
Is
still
it
got
a
a chance.
maturing of the sport as opposed to the athlete?
Yeah, I think it is. I think if you listen to a lot of the stories of the women who are winning now and the women who are in their 30s, for example, like they came to the sport, they were working full time.
Correct.
Like, oh,
Other jobs.
women cycling is going through the roof. I've got an opportunity. I'm cycling at college or whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. Let's train 20 hours a week and see what I can do. So I think the opportunities for young people, young women, is a lot less than what it is for
Now.
young
Right now.
men right now. But
It's a generation away.
100%, yeah, a generation away. But you are seeing more like women. There's a lot more continental teams and women now in Europe, so there's a lot more opportunities and a lot of young people coming through that are actually quite good. Like there's a young girl from New Zealand named Fisher Black.
Yeah.
She actually won a race earlier in the season. So she's really young. I think she's only 20 or 21 or something.
Yeah. She's doing the Femmes.
But she's doing the Femmes. Like there is actually a lot more young people coming.
You got Neve Bradbury.
Yep.
Neve Bradbury.
She's 23, isn't
Yeah, she's still in the 23s, I think. And like Anya Lowe, for example, she turned pro. She was with AG Insurance when she was like 21, 20.
Yeah,
So
nice.
Yeah,
the
wow.
opportunities are coming through.
Yeah.
It's just
So we
not
think
as
it's just, the opportunity for them rather than their like physiological
yeah,
age.
and I think the disparity between like physiologically, women can be still really good, and that gap hasn't closed from the pros. They still see the value in 30-year-olds, for example, which is not old by any means, but they still see the value in 30-year-olds adding value to their team and performing well, rather than at a male. In the pro teams, they're like, oh, we can get a 20-year-old who's going to perform exactly the same as a 30-year-old, and they have another 10 years on their career.
Yeah.
They've got a lot more potential.
Well, 30-year-olds back in the day were your GC leaders for the men.
10 years ago, 30-year-olds were turning pro, like Richie Port, for
Yeah.
example, like Paddy Bevan. Like there was a few guys there that 25 to 30 was like standard for turning pro, but
Chris Harper's a
Not now.
classic example. Like he was a late to turn pro.
Yeah. So I'd be very surprised to see anyone over 23 turning pro now. World Tour.
Like it sort of makes you want to question the thinking behind having to have a 20-year-old do it, because someone who's are they going to take that full 10 or 12 years in the sport, or like most guys, are they going to last maybe 5 years at the top level and end up cracked and end up out the other side? So I don't know. Are you just looking for the opportunity there?
Yeah, it's a business, mate. That's what it is.
100%.
It's a business.
It's too risky for older guys.
It's just right now the females haven't the business model's not as developed. That's the difference. It's just they haven't got enough funding into the business and into the sport, so that the young kids now have the opportunity to say, "Oh, I'm not going to work at all. I'm just going to become a full-time cyclist," which is why the older people have been hanging in there for such a long time. They can afford to do that now.
I was just sort of questioning the thinking why you need to have a 20-year-old versus someone who's 25 or 28.
Yeah, I actually don't think you do. So there's a lot of there'd be a lot of 25-year-olds out there that could potentially can perform better than the 20-year-olds.
Yeah,
and it may be more viable to actually do like a 2-year contract for a 25-year-old.
Definitely.
They may actually get results for those 2 years, whereas a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old comes into a team and they have 2 years to develop, they don't get results, they don't perform, but the potential that they can give back in return for that team is far greater. So they're investing younger, so they see bigger in the future.
Yeah,
rather
so
than
they can
investing now.
Yeah. So they're going for the maximum lifespan of this professional in the sport.
Yeah.
Mate, a classic example is looking at the junior worlds. The people that have won junior world championships in the road cycling in the last probably 5-6 years. Probably 4 of them have gone pro straight after that. You got Quinn Simmons, you got Remco.
The top 10. If you look at the top 10, they probably all turn pro.
Like it's changed completely. There you go. Put him a place by Rhino there. But yeah,
The man who knows something.
yeah. But it's changed completely. Like when I started watching cycling, probably 2018, 17, probably before Remco got his contract. Mate, it was under 23s. You still had a chance to go pro in the men's. Now it's cutting off to under 19s, everyone thinks.
Yeah.
I reckon we need Netflix to pick up the Tour de France Femmes.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be on
Absolutely.
the cards for sure.
Yeah.
I reckon that would be sensational.
Are they filming it? Do we know?
Don't know.
There's
Surely,
no talks, but
Surely
Yeah.
they've got to do it.
Surely.
yeah, they'll be left behind if they don't.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Who's
Yeah.
going to be
Actually-
left behind? The females?
No,
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh.
I reckon they'll get.
Stan might do it.
Right.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Stan might do it. My Stan might come out and do
Yeah,
it.
well, or Zwift might do it themselves.
Oh,
Film
yeah.
it themselves.
Got the
Interestingly, this year is the first time I've ever had people outside of cycling who I've talked to about like the Tour de France or whatever who have come to watching cycling through TV or through
No
Netflix.
jokes.
Like I've actually heard a few people, and I'm like, oh, it's actually working. Like there's a few,
Honestly.
even if it's one or two around in each circle, it actually works.
My 80-year-old neighbour, I kid you not,
Love it.
he was like, oh, watched, this thing on Netflix about cycling. Do you like cycling? And then he was like, then he went out and bought the magazine for the Tour de France this year and like left it on my doorstep. So cute.
Well, you look at
Let's
F1,
hope he doesn't hop on a bike.
Yeah, no, he's not. Don't worry.
Mate,
Nah,
should-
get him going.
Yeah.
F1
Give him
was like
Rhino's
that.
number. He'll be his next client.
The F1 was like that. They got the Netflix
Exactly.
on board and they've gone through the roof
Yeah.
with their profit margins and everything like that. And also everyone watching them.
Is there a female F1?
No.
Or is
No,
it
they're
just
trying to bring it through.
There are females in F1.
But they're
Oh,
trying
not
to...
F1, sorry, F2.
Daniel Ricciardo?
Sorry.
The honey badger? No. No, but they're actually trying to bring through their own women's F1 circuit sort of thing. I think it's across 14 race weekends, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But
And they'll be in F1 sort of style cars or like an F2 sort of car?
I'm not entirely too sure on the cars, but I know it was coming through either end of last year or it's happening end of this year.
Yeah, cool.
I think that's what we really need in women's sport is that more exposure because that's what's going to get us.
Well, yeah. And it like
Had a bit of time.
with time and like kids are growing up now seeing
Yeah, it's a bit of time.
exposure and then in 10 years time it'll be on the same level
Yeah,
as
it's a generation.
yeah.
Well, like, look at the Matildas, what they've done for girls in soccer, football, wherever you reside.
Yeah. They got their egos too high at the Olympics though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to talk about that. I'm talking about the
Well,
And the-
we were talking
What
about
about
the
the
Olympics.
Okay.
break dancing? That got me into it.
Well, it's a 1 year wonder that.
Which move,
bloody-
mate? The kangaroo or the dead possum or what you like?
Or the wiggly worm.
I was actually stretching the hamstrings, the toe touches.
Oh, you would have won gold.
I was actually wondering about this because they had the old fella in the skateboarding, in the park skateboarding, and he's
South
he's
Africa.
down there just ripping it up, and everyone's like, "Man, what a legend! He's doing that.
Yeah.
Like he's just living his best
48
life."
or whatever it was.
And then this girl comes out and does these shit dance moves and gets 0, and everyone's like, "What was she thinking?" Like, but what's the actual difference there between the two of them?
Well, he was doing sick shit on the skateboard.
Nah, he was like hardly getting in the air.
Oh, really?
I mean, he was still good. Don't get me wrong, I couldn't do it. But he, like compared to the other guys, it was like, mate, it was like watching the
Yeah.
D grade versus the A grade.
Well, I actually have a theory here for Ray Gunn in
Oh, yeah?
particular. I reckon it's a marketing stunt. So if you go onto her Instagram and look at some of her stuff, she actually can breakdance. She's actually quite
really?
Yeah, she actually does some pretty decent moves.
Yeah, right.
But the dance that she did in the Olympics was
Just
didn't-
woeful.
Yeah,
Piss
I
take.
actually, but then I saw some videos from other athletes at
Yeah.
the Olympics of her dancing in like the closing ceremony. And I was like, oh, she can actually do some spins, like
Yeah.
proper spins.
They maybe
She
it
was just
a big
punking
market.
us.
Yeah,
Her
she's
sta-
probably got the highest Instagram following.
Yeah.
Upkick
Went
from-
up
Everyone's talking about it.
60,000 followers in a day.
There you go.
I reckon she
Business success.
handled it so well. Like
Joke's
that
on us.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, she did make a statement that it's all about creativity and that's what she was doing. So
She'll end up
She
on
knew.
some of those talk shows.
she will. And
Did you see they were taking the piss out of her the other night on the Jimmy? What's the Jimmy?
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon talk show. They got like the back person to come out in Oz kit doing the break dance, and then he joined in on it. It was a bit cringe about
Yeah, just like Ray Gunn.
But
Did-
you know
did-
what?
did
What
you
other
hear about-
Australian athlete has had that much airtime?
Correct. Australia's.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you hear about the qualification process for how she actually got the Olympic spot? So it was like an Oceania sort of qualifier, and there was like there's a lot of good break dancers in Australia. Like,
You got the Red Bull circuit, mate.
yeah, and only 15 women showed up to this Oceania qualifier, and the winner got the Olympic spot.
So she won that.
She won that.
Oh,
And apparently 5 of those people that of her competitors were her friends as well. So they're like just kicking around, doing the worm and all that sort of shit. And so like the qualification process was pretty average, but hey, we don't have to worry about it again because it got dumped for LA 2028
Oh, did it?
along with boxing.
Boxing dump.
Really?
Boxing, it's to be confirmed in a couple of weeks, but they're saying it's on the cards of
shit! I don't know about that.
yeah.
Boxing's
I
an
thought-
OG sport, man.
It's
I
an
agree.
OG sport.
Because it's the amateur one.
Yeah.
You can't be a pro. So
Like-
that's why I always thought,
Man, a sport that, like, this is a controversial bloody opinion I've got here, but road cycling should get cut from the Olympics.
No way. What? Get out of here.
Dude, like,
Rhino's
I love it.
disgusted.
but is it
Fired from the podcast.
Is it
Fire
the
the- throw the
pinnacle
mic. Turn him
of
off.
road cycling?
No, but the criteria to be in the Olympics is it's used in every country.
True.
So netball, for example, is
Yeah.
not in the Olympics because it's only used by Commonwealth countries.
Okay.
So it's not there because all of the other countries in the world don't play netball.
Yeah.
So cycling is competed in nearly every nationality.
Okay.
What about
That's-
flag
that's
football?
interesting.
That's
What about
the
flag
predominant-
football?
Yeah. I think that's a one-hit wonder too, that one.
flag football was done in my HBE class. I could go represent Australia. Jokes.
Go on.
No, I'm taking the piss. Mate, I'd probably pull a hamstring trying to chase someone down, throwing an interceptor.
You couldn't run out of sight, mate.
You'd probably get 60,000 followers on Instagram for that, mate. Do it.
Mate, you can't even outrun an Uber bike rider.
But, all right, so road cycling, it's staying. Rhino's
100%.
Rhino's not happy with that. But what about tennis or golf?
Staying.
Staying?
Shelve the
Golf.
Yeah.
Staying.
Just boring.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a
I agree
4-day
with-
competition.
I agree with you that they're not the pinnacle of their individual
Yeah.
sports, but they are still an Olympic sport. I
True.
still
It's
think
played in every
they're
country.
valid to be an Olympic sport,
Yep.
and for people to represent their country
Yep.
at the Olympics in it.
And I think it's exposure as well. Like the break in the men's for the first, like they really went from the gun, and there was
Oh, yeah.
all those like countries that you'd never really heard of, but they're getting airtime.
Yeah,
like,
love it.
And actually, the crowds were so impressive.
Unreal.
Yeah.
All of the events, I saw the equestrian stuff, all
Yeah.
of the free events, the crowds were insane.
Yeah.
I
So
was very
good.
jealous. I was like, I wish I was in
Yeah.
Paris.
Mate, the crowd for the marathon, that was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mara, it wasn't a fast course by all means.
It's pretty
though-
lumpy, hey?
It was lumpy. I heard they did have an Olympic record. I think it was in the.
It was like-
in the women's. Was it? Not?
No, in the men's.
Oh, it was in the men's.
Yeah, got it by
2:07
like
or something.
Got it by like 10 seconds.
But still, Olympic record. But for
Huge.
such a lumpy
Yeah.
course, because I was listening to some running podcast and they were saying the course wasn't to be a flat course because they're trying to show all the iconic views and
Yeah.
landmarks in France. In
Mate, Paris nailed it, I reckon.
Except for the opening ceremony, man.
Oh,
the
that-
opening ceremony
that
was god awful.
That was woeful.
What about? Did they nail the triathlon swimming?
Oh, yes.
That was
They-
great to watch, though.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
feel sorry for them
Dude,
afterwards.
they were swimming. No one went under 20 minutes for the 1.5k swim.
It was they had the stat at the start. It was like 9 minutes down. Oh no, 4 minutes down and 12 minutes back or something
What?
ridiculous.
And then the Belgians
it was
got E. coli
It was
poisoning.
well over double to return.
Jesus.
It was insane. But I'm really interested to see if is some sickness following it.
Yeah,
But
there
I haven't-
was.
I haven't seen any.
Yeah, the
There was.
Belgians got E. coli poisoning.
Yeah.
And then following on from the triathlon, how good was that last K from Yi?
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
Unreal.
That was
Everyone just backed Hayden Wild in.
yeah. To be honest, I wanted him to win. That was a very impressive where he came.
Oh, man.
He was so far down on the bike, bridged across. Then,
That's what lost him the race, though.
mate, who cares? It's
It was
between
impressive.
those two. They were the two favourites for the win.
Totally, yeah, but Wild blew up.
Yeah, Wild did blow up.
Deluxe.
Yeah.
At the end there.
He had nothing when you went past it.
That's a
He's
Kurt
like-
Tozer
well,
special there.
that's
Blown up.
he was going backwards.
Yeah.
third also nearly caught him as well.
Yeah,
so
right,
He
yeah.
really blew up.
I did love though that he was just stoked at the end. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
were both just stoked. He was
Yeah.
like, I don't care, I got second. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
That is one thing I love about the Olympics, like how stoked everyone is. Like, everyone's so happy there. And like getting like gold, silver or bronze, you get a bronze and everyone's like, this is the best.
yeah.
You get second in the Tour de France and everyone has like a whinge. Like Remco got third in his first Tour de France and he was like, sad.
That's because everyone goes back to the athlete village afterwards, just
Yeah.
partying on
Just
there.
Yeah.
Just
One thing that's impressive about Hayden Wilder, though, he got into the sport of triathlon after watching Rio 2016.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
so he was a mountain biker and a landscaper at the time, I'm pretty sure it was. And then, yeah, he ended
Toby
up...
Fisher.
Herbie Fisher, correct. And then, he'll love this. He's actually invited me over to Cyprus next week, but I can't make it. Sorry, mate. He's there for 3 months. But, yeah, he got into triathlons and then podiumed at, what do you call it, at Tokyo, and then has now podiumed again at Paris.
Good on you.
Sensational.
Good
Well-
little fact there for you, mate.
Yeah, what a transformation.
Speaking of transformations, what about the old Snoop Dogg?
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Wasn't he a G?
Wasn't he? Well, good money, good value for money. 500 Gs.
Oh, mate.
500 Gs a day, mate.
A day?
It was a day.
Was it a day? Dog.
Mate, he should
Doggy,
sponsor
dog,
the
doggy.
backside potty team.
How good was it seeing him crip walk in the equestrian outfit?
dude.
That was unreal.
Fucking price.
That was unreal.
just quietly, how old is he looking? Like it's like he's really aged
He's
a little
proper grey.
bit. Man, he's been having a few too many Dutchies, I reckon.
I
hey?
don't
Mate,
care. That,
he will
that
never slow
closing
down.
ceremony was unreal by him with Dr. Dre. They lit it up. They were like, yeah, the boys.
I think that wraps up the Olympics pretty well.
Sort of, yeah.
Don't we have
pretty well.
one?
Yeah. Oh, what about Plappy? Let's just
Yeah.
talk about Plappy quickly. I was listening to his Stanley Street Social podcast. Shout out to those lads. And he was giving us a rundown on what actually happened to him. And for those that don't know, he ruptured his bowels and lacerated his spleen.
That's full gas.
Yeah. So he's been named in the World Champs team.
Mate, he was named in the road race team too.
Oh, was he?
Olympics.
So I'd like it's
He thought he was
question.
going to make it. I don't know what's gone through his head.
It's questionable if he'll make a full recovery, but I hope he does because he's one dedicated man, that's for sure.
He does have a lot of passion for cycling. But I was speaking to Mr. Worldwide, Jacob Willems,
Oh, yeah.
who was doing a little bit of moto pacing for Luke Plapp.
Yep.
And I just want the content to continue, so hopefully Plapp can get back on the bike and be fit for World Champs because
Yep.
I want to see some motor pacing champs.
Yeah, 100%.
Hit that
If-
plap just for Kurt.
Yeah, no, Jake will be motor pacing Sweeney, won't he?
No, he's not, mate. He's off to the Vuelta
Oh, the Vuelta's starting soon, isn't it?
This weekend, right?
this weekend. And believe it or not, the Backside Potty does have a fantasy tournament going on again.
We do. Thanks to Easy Times Brewing putting up a $100 voucher for the winner, which got sort of donated from the last fantasy. But get around it. It's happening.
I was grass podium in the Tour de France, living my best life there.
classic.
Yep, thank you. Mars, grass podium king. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm grass podium king in the fantasy leagues.
Can we talk about the fantasy league, please?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
So it's just like you manage a team. You get a budget of X amount of dollars.
Stars. It's
Like
stars, mate.
stars. You got
no
Wout
dollars.
van Aert's the most expensive rider. Then you got like Yatesy. Then you got
Your GC
Almeida.
riders.
All your GC riders are expensive. Caden Groves, he's expensive. He's almost the only sprinter at the fucking Volta too.
So get on him.
Love that for the Aussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good to see.
So-
So you select your riders. You got to select 8 riders, and then
You're allowed X amount of trades
yeah,
throughout the...
I think you're allowed 8 trades or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Throughout the 21 stages.
Yeah.
And
So
how-
And then you can also select your stage winner. That's double points.
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
stage.
which you did really well.
yeah. So
with,
don't choose Phillipson for a TT.
Yeah, sorry, I slept in that day.
So how do people like get involved with?
So I've put the link in our Instagram bio.
Yeah, nice.
It'll
be on our website tomorrow too.
be on our website tomorrow.
Yeah, big website kind of guy. Thanks, mate.
got IT happening on that.
But talking about the Vuelta, though, I'm very keen for it. who's our prediction? Who's taking the red jersey home?
Well, who isn't is Pog because he ain't lining up.
No Jonas, no Remco.
No Remco.
No triple.
Yep.
So UAE, you're putting a line through them. They're not
Nah.
taking all 3 Grand Tours this year.
I reckon Almeida, you got Adam Yates.
Remco's still bending back in Belgium.
Yeah.
Mate, I'd let that full send continue. Don't even
Yeah,
Don't
don't
stop.
stop him.
don't
Yeah.
stop.
Let him have some fun.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah.
I reckon Red Bull
Red Bull.
have a big chip on their shoulder
Yep.
after the tour.
Because they will.
They will have some pressure.
Yeah.
Are they
Red
sending
Bull, they
Roglic
put
over?
$25
Yep.
million into that team, and did they get a stage win
No.
at the tour?
No.
No.
Didn't get a stage win. So
Spicy.
pretty no pressure, but Roglic needs to perform. I reckon.
Send the Wombat.
Send the woman. Speaking of,
He's still partying from the Olympics.
He used
too,
to.
mate.
With his crazy hair.
he has to have for a good looking rooster and a guy who can ride a fucking bike. He has the worst haircut.
He has a
ever
lack of
seen.
hair.
No, someone needs,
needs
to
to
just
get to
talk to the
Turkey.
whole track team about their hair.
Like,
Australian track.
yeah, I don't know what the Wombat's thinking down there.
Ollie Bledden looked all right.
I think
He's-
you would age with how hard you're pushing those pedals for 4 minutes. Like, I'd probably go through a serious aging discrepancy there.
Mate, his
Is that
last
the right word?
his last
no,
kilometre.
probably not. But
It's worse than smoking a dart by the sounds of it.
yeah.
his last kilometre in that team time trial was fucking unbelievable. I think he took 5 years off his life just there. But get a fucking haircut, bro, because that shit is woeful.
Says the guy with the track in his head. Yeah.
I'll wear that.
But yes, correct. If some of them could get a hair transplant from Turkey, or
What's going on?
That's
Is
the
he
point.
just thinning up top? Because I actually dove into this. That's how insulted I was by it, because
You really found it offensive,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I really did. I was like, this guy used to have great hair, and even his Bora photo, they've obviously sent him to the hairdresser beforehand because he's got a really normal haircut.
oh, I don't know about that. I thought I saw a photo and it was thinning there,
Nah.
mate.
Look at his Bora photo. It's real normal.
Let him go. He just won a gold medal.
Yeah.
And
He's
did-
better than all of us.
And
And a
his
world
ride
record.
was unbelievable.
And a world
Yeah.
record.
Great ride. But anyway, back to the Vuelta. Red Bull under pressure. Roglic has to stay on his bike.
Yeah.
Is Hindley racing? I haven't seen if Hindley's racing.
Jay Vine going to stay on his bike?
Probably not.
Nah.
I hope he does.
good
Got
seeing
a
him
win.
back,
Got a
though.
win the other day. In a
Yeah, I know,
TT
in the TT,
over Affini, who's a great time trial.
Yeah, it was actually really good to see. Like, I don't know what the UAE are putting in their water, but for Jay Vine to be
back
in
on
a-
the bike.
in a neck brace, a month and a half, 2 months
Yeah,
ago,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
and to be doing this already, it's quite impressive.
Was it the Vuelta where he went into the back of a car, or a car ran over him?
Yeah, he was in the polka dot jersey, wasn't
He
he?
won 2 stages and then
Yeah, taken out.
I think he won that stage. He crashed. Oh no, he got finished third on that stage and then he got results later.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Ben O'Connor can do something so that he stops whinging about it.
He's off to JCO next year. Aussies are back, as
Oh,
Luke Plapp said after the national wins. Big fan of that. Did you like that comment from Luke Plapp?
Which comment?
Still my favourite comment ever. Only he said the Aussies are back after winning national champs, yet there was only Aussies in the race. So that's still my favourite comment. He said the Aussies are back, Green Edge is back, and it was like, mate,
Maybe he meant the Aussie team is back.
yeah, I think he did mean that, but just the words didn't come out.
He was excited, mate.
He was
I'll give
excited,
it to him,
and
mate. He's
I'd be
double
excited
national
after.
champion.
Nah, isn't he triple? He's triple, mate.
He won the road race and the time trial in the
Oh, sorry, mate. I was trying to fact check you there. Sorry, mate. But no. Yeah, the Aussies are back, though.
Well, Jay could actually end up in the red jersey after the first stage. It's an ITT. It's in Portugal, Lisbon.
Great place, that.
Yeah, I was
Nearly
gonna
got
say-
jumped there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
That's not what I was
brilliant.
going to say. I was going to say it's a beautiful place. But
Well, they got to spend 3 nights in Portugal, so hopefully they don't get jumped. Hopefully no bikes get stolen there.
No Total Energy
Yeah.
bike stolen.
Yeah, that would be a shame. But yeah, what do you reckon, Rhino? No chance for Jay in that ITT? Josh Tarling, Van Aert?
No, I think the stage that he won was a lower level competition.
Yeah.
I think it was a 2.1, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a pro race. Well,
Yeah.
it's pro, but it's not World Tour.
Yeah.
It was a lower level race. I don't think he'll win. I doubt he may go full gas for it because it's the first stage, but
Yeah.
it's probably not worth his while to go full gas on the first stage. When
Exactly.
You've got GC contenders that you got to ride for the rest of the tour.
Would like to see Tarlin get up though.
Yeah,
That'd be
I've already got him as my race winner, stage winner.
So you've already set your team out.
Already got it.
Who's
He
your
doesn't
GC
work.
rider? Yeah, he doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't work.
He's the one that actually doesn't work.
Don't talk about work on the podcast.
Actually, I'm happy to talk.
That's the number one rule.
If work is listening, I want to come back.
We're talking about my work.
Yeah, that's an exception, mate. But yeah, so I've picked my team.
We better
It's,
go into it.
Yeah,
Job to do before what, Saturday night?
yeah. Saturday night, midnight is shut off.
Cut off.
Yep. So everyone stay up till midnight, get around it. But yeah, the first real GC day will be stage 4. They're going to the mountains. First day in Spain. Let's rip it. Second week's fucking brutal. It's hills, 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 mountains, 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 mountains.
And steep.
Steep.
Steep in Spain.
Yep. So
Sounds good.
Yuck.
Yep.
Lucky Cap's done.
Have you raced in Spain?
No, I just watch the Vuelta every single year because I'm a massive cycling fan.
Oh, there we go.
What's your most what's your favourite international race you've done?
Haven't done that many, to be honest.
What about that mountain bike race you did last year? That was pretty sick.
mountain bike race in Guatemala.
Yeah.
that was fun.
That
was
cool.
really cool.
Yeah.
No, I would never have gone to Guatemala
No.
if I wasn't going for that. I actually coached a girl who lives there, so that's the reason I was there. But yeah, very cool.
What's your favourite race to watch?
Just the Grand Tours.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah.
You don't like
honestly
any
any
of the classics?
cycling. My routine is when there's cycling on, I will literally wake up and sit there and watch the race every morning.
Yep.
Watch highlights or the
Yeah.
whole race. So no matter what race it is, I'm just a massive cycling fan.
Like when races start to get exciting, I stand up and I start walking towards the TV.
The heart rate. The heart
and my
rate.
wife's like,
Starts sweating.
Jimbob, you need to sit down, man. You're freaking the kids out. I just get so drawn into it, man, when I get excited. You don't do that?
Speaking of racing, Shawnee was back last week.
I was back on the crit track. It was standard Shauno start, straight from the gun.
Yeah. It was.
50 watts down on my FTP, but hey.
How
why
many
not?
minutes did that last for this time?
4 minutes, and Friebe's counter-attacked, and hooroo.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
And
Lee
then-
Turner, is that you, mate? No,
Listen here, guys. We're going to do this.
radio. So after Friebe counterattacked, I'm guessing Lambo and Max Campbell counterattacked that
Yeah.
and just lapped everyone.
Yeah, Cookie got on the wheel, and Maxie and Lambo lapped us, and my mission was to not let Friebe lap me because I would never hear the fucking end of it.
I was after him.
Some big turns were pulled at that point in time.
I was after him.
Were you in no man's land? Is that what the go was?
No, we were all away. There's about five of us, sorry.
Yeah, there was 5 years initially.
And it was like about 5 minutes into the race, and then the preem happened at roughly halfway, and then Maxie and Lambo went then, and then the other 3 of us, Tyler Tompkins was
Lockie Miller.
Lockie Miller, thanks.
Yep.
From ARA, he was there with us, and then ended up being 2 of us. It was just me and Cookie.
So you didn't have enough balls to bridge over.
Mate, the good news is I was there.
You were there, mate. It was good to see. But
Kurt wasn't.
the real man-on-man action will happen this weekend at the ITT up at North Arm, I reckon.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Also, just going to say the race that everyone was talking about just then was the UQ race. Club champion.
First
champs.
World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, my trophy defence is not going well.
To be fair, mate,
World
you've
Cup.
been riding a bike for
3 weeks.
Yeah, so chill
and,
out,
and
brother.
I'm going in for surgery probably next week. So
So we're off again.
And Darren Smith Classic Road Race.
yeah, that was a couple
Results?
weekends ago. So sorry for missing last week's episode. As Jimbob said earlier, he had a gastro running through his family, and Friebe was away not working.
It's my first time on the podcast, and you got to cop a lot of crap for not working, mate.
I know, but I still pay for their beers, so how does that work?
The circle of life.
It's
called tight ass mentality here.
Anyway, he was making bank apparently. But yeah, so Darren Smith was on 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and Maxi Campbell got the double straight after our potty. He's
We pumped him up.
Gone down the coast,
Hey, that verifies that the fact that if you come on the potty, you actually do well.
Yeah, you
we
do
started
well.
talking about that, and we're like,
Rhino's going to be winning
everyone
races
gets a
this
result.
week.
Yeah.
I might have to go and race this weekend.
Haddo did well. Haddo went overseas.
Yeah,
The
Yep.
donkey.
yeah,
Haddo's always doing well. He's just swinging.
Yeah, thanks, Haddo. Still got my bottom bracket to get fixed, mate.
yeah. He's not here anymore.
Yeah, I know.
mate.
He's owes me.
Hooroo.
Anyway, what's our result from that race?
Yeah, so Maxi got the win in the roadie and the crit, and it was actually the same podium,
Yeah,
just
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
rejigged. I think Brent got second in the crit and third in the roadie, and Ben Carmen got third in the crit and second in the roadie. So
Strong podium there.
very strong podium.
There's some hitters.
Brent's putting in some hard yards. Are you still coaching Brent?
Yeah, I still coach Brent. Coming back after a rough year, but
Yeah.
got some fitness back. Good to see him back on the podium and racing well.
Yeah, you must be giving him the secret sauce, eh?
Just trying to hold him back, mate. He's super motivated. Just loves riding his bike and loves racing. So
He loves it.
Just trying to keep him in check.
RCA's got the UAE water bottles, mate.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it.
Or the RTC.
RTC.
We came up with that on the bus around New Zealand.
Mate, special mention though for Josh Newman, second place in B grade. It's not a little bad result for him.
Yeah.
Dropped him up Nebo a few times, but
Did he
yeah.
come second or did
No,
he win?
first.
Oh, he won.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
Yeah.
mistake.
Yeah.
Illiterate person here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've dropped him a few times up Nebo. Good lad though.
Yeah.
Couldn't hold the shoe.
He might drop you now, I reckon.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
I think I'm going backwards at the moment.
And our very own Friebe, he came third
I did.
in the Masters A. Bloody well done, mate.
Thank you. Got towed up again by my triathlete friend Dan Wilson.
You got a bit of a rivalry there,
No
don't you?
rivalry. It's just we're actually good mates. He just always towers me up. That's all.
Yeah.
There's no rivalry.
It's
He's a weapon.
he
He's a
is
complete weapon.
Yeah.
And his good friend Josh Amberger thinks it's funny to take the piss out of me as well. So shout out to Josh. Who
Jeez, you
Shit,
just
they're not
cop it
alone,
left-
are they?
You cop it left, right, and centre from everyone.
it's
mate.
it's an age thing. You're supposed to get more respect as you get older, but I don't know. I'm
Somehow
Peter
you
Pan.
get
I'm Peter
less.
Pan, mate. So keep getting younger by every week. What's that? Someone Button.
Benjamin Button.
Thank you very much.
Brad
Anyway,
Pitt.
so I'm going to call out Josh Amberger here because he's just as cheeky as you young whippersnappers, and he was throwing a bit of a chat around on Strava earlier this morning. So he's got himself. You might recall when I did my shopping cart a few weeks ago, the Ghibli. He's just got himself a Ghibli over where he visited over in Europe.
Off your recommendation.
I know. He's trying to take all my aero coaching advice, and he's got his own one now. So congratulations, Josh. And we've asked him because he can't get him in Australia, so he's going to bring one back and let me have a free going up for the weekend. So looking forward to getting him back here in Australia, and we're going to get him on the podcast since he's
Brilliant.
He's got lots of things to say.
Yeah. He's a larrikin too.
He's a larrikin.
Yeah.
I still reckon that's going to be a random number generator for you, mate. That's going to do more harm than good.
No, we love it. He'll speak to it.
Could you imagine Croc with that thing on his TT bike back in the day?
Mate, his CDA is 0.3.
CEA of 1.
A turtle with a brick. Still the best emojis ever for that guy. Croc. Oh. You head cracked him, mate. Rhino, you head cracked him.
Who?
Croc. Kyle Godson.
I head cracked him, did I?
Or he head cracked himself 200k rides before his son's six
Yeah, that's his
birthday
own
party.
fault.
Yeah, you got to tell me about that type of stuff. I can't read your mind, unfortunately.
That's all right. He'll probably have a listen to this and have a laugh.
Yeah. He's confident he's going to win the fantasy league, by the way.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah. Anyway, back,
And Ness won the women's A's.
yeah, and Quinn Finley on the podium too, and Kim Rasker came third in the crit as well, from memory. So that was good to see. So shout out there, Kate Menzies won women's B, Neve Parslow.
Yeah, well, we need to talk about that. The
Yeah.
under 17s
What's going on
averaged
there?
32.25 k's an hour, which was faster
Jesus.
than the women's A and B.
Whoa.
That's hooking.
Yes,
Were they combined with
No.
another group?
No.
Impressive.
very impressive.
Sign her up.
It was good to see.
Yeah. And on the weekend, you had Hemo Champs Friebes. How was that?
Yeah, I backed it up after the World Cup with the uni, and then I got towed up again by another triathlete.
Yep.
Dean Kane put one through us, so that was lovely.
And you got a lovely photo for the cameraman too.
Just wanted to show
showing
how
your
long
tongue.
my tongue.
Can we put that up, please,
Mate? That
It's
is.
I think the episode's going to be called The Lizard,
ripper.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
The episode
Is the lizard.
tile will be that photo.
It's the lizard. So.
It's special.
I don't know. The cameraman was so close to the track. I thought I'd put on a show for him. So that was just.
Was that really what happened, or were you spitting, or did your tongue just fly out your mouth?
I don't know. It was just literally so close. I just thought I'd put on a show for him, and it worked. Everyone's enjoyed it.
Everyone has enjoyed it.
Yeah, and they're going to enjoy it tomorrow when it's
The tile.
the picture for the show.
Speaking of racing, this weekend we've got Friday night Ipswich Crit. Saturday we've got the ITT series, which Friebe and Shauna are doing. And then Sunday we've got Hill Climb Championships. We've got the Hamilton Wheelers ITT Club Championships and a Narang Crit. That's brought to you by brisbanecyclist.cc website.
Get around it.
Awesome.
I hope Ren Diggity Dog's doing that.
Nah. He's up in Malaysia.
He's in Malaysia, mate.
Doing under 23 race there.
Jeez.
He loves it. He's a very angry boy, Ren.
I reckon every time Ren's name is mentioned, someone goes, he's angry.
Every week I get an angry message off him. He they lost his bike actually.
Oh, that'll
I'd
make it.
be angry.
Yeah.
I'll be angry about it.
Yeah.
When are we getting him on?
When he comes back. After he's doing not Lavinier. What's the
Langkawi.
Langkawi. Yeah, he's doing Langkawi.
All right, when he finishes that, we've got to get him on.
Yeah.
And we need that translator, the Indonesian translator from that race that Maxi did.
Maybe Ren can translate for us.
I don't think it was any sort of language. Just screaming.
Fucking hell. But next week we got the Brisbane Junior Tours kicking off. The juniors are getting some good racing lately, more than the elites. So, which is good, especially we're trying to develop junior riders to be the next Remco. So, get around it.
It's good to see. We just need a Brisbane junior team to race national series.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Is there something in the water?
Backside
I'd
putty.
love there to be, but hit us up if there is.
Yeah.
If someone's got a spare lazy
Snooze bag or
30
50K?
grand.
Yeah.
30, 40, 50, what are we talking?
Junior team 2030.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Has inflation not kicked in yet in juniors?
No, the parents are still paying.
Also on the 31st of August, there's a UQ Cycling Club general meeting. The club currently doesn't have a president or vice president
Or
as of
secretary.
this week.
Yeah. Freebie for secretary.
Yeah, thanks, Stu.
Yep.
And
You
they
got to be the receptionist as well.
Only if you, yeah. I was going to say something about a short skirt, but I'll leave it there.
No, don't.
I wouldn't.
Continue.
Nah, my dad will be laughing about that.
Maybe Freebes for president, eh? What do you reckon?
Yeah, that's more royal. Fight, mate.
Yep.
CFMU.
All right, let's move this along. 1st
Yep.
of September, Life Cycle Classic. Then September 7 and 8, we've got the QTRS round, including the Strata Moroni.
Yep.
The Auslink is finally live, guys. So
Oh, good.
jump
Yep.
on to register.
Back to life cycle. Anyone going to do
Yeah,
it?
I'm in.
You're in?
Yep.
Jimbob?
Oh, mate, I've got a shocking few weeks coming up.
Oh,
I'll have to see what I
excuses.
can get through, but obviously I'm away this weekend and then again for the Masters in a few weeks.
Good
after that.
memories out of the Life Cycle Classic.
Yeah. Bang in the
Bang
bus.
bus.
Yeah.
Bang bus was
one
good.
of the greater ones.
Yeah, the Bang Bus made a good appearance in the Bike Roasters page back in the day.
Moving along to the backside segment for this week.
Yeah, we missed it last week again. Bloody slackers, aren't we? 2 weeks ago, 561 people attacked the segment. Michael Earl, he got the fastest time up there for the week, 8:14. He was working 180
moving.
beats per minute, 366 watts. And Will Heath, he's I haven't seen him around for a while, but it's good to see him back attacking the mountain. He must have been overseas or something. 8:18 for him, no heart rate. Slowest male, Brad Saw, Jesus Christ, mate, you're going backwards. 27:54.
Walking.
Yeah.
Wasn't he mountain? He was mountain biking though, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was just going for a nice Sunday cruise up with his daughter by the sounds of it.
Oh, so we've got a verified mountain biker.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very good.
And with the women the week before, Jade Neros, 10:31, 179. Liz Fancourt, bloody regular on this top 3 she is. And to the current week, Maxi Campbell, 8:01, 413 watts,
Again.
130 beats per minute. Something
Come on,
going
Max.
on there,
Get under
mate.
7, mate.
I reckon
Mate.
that heart rate's not right.
Something going on there, mate.
Are we blood bags Lance Armstrong, or have we
Yeah.
got the Kurt Tozer power meter kicking?
Yeah.
Something happening there.
Sounds like a Wahoo heart rate strap.
Does.
Sounds like it. And Brent Ducker.
And my boy, Ducker.
Yeah, for someone that was not loving Cootha, the king of Cootha's back, 8:07, 327.
And he's on the show soon too.
He
Just
is
as,
in start of October.
first week of October.
Yeah.
He's the man himself.
Looking for the local legend of Cootha. It's going to be good. Shauno went up there, 21st fastest. Jeez, with a 941.
That's moving, brother.
It ain't moving,
What
I'll
was
tell
your
you.
power data, mate? Can't see it.
Didn't put it up because it's woeful.
Heart rate max.
Power secret.
Yeah. Simon Pothecari, 23:36, going for a nice cruise, 138. He must have that Wahoo strap too, eh?
Sounds like it.
Yep. And Anna Haddon, 11:27, no power. Bloody not bad. Liz again. And
Again.
it was Liz's all round. Liz Heppel got third, 11:53, 203 watts. Just cruising, eh? And yeah, that's about it. Oh, actually, before we jump on board with that, don't forget about the 10% PB challenge brought to you by Easy Times Brewing. If you get a new PB by 10%, swing us a message and you'll go into the raffle for a $250 Easy Times voucher. I have not had one single message.
Woeful.
Maybe
Yeah.
pull it.
Don't forget to
Yeah.
star the segment as well. It'll make it easier for you to see if you get your PB.
Mate, that no one's sending you a DM. That just reminds me of that Olympic qualifier for ray gun. Oh, I'm a funny one.
Oh my God.
Go do some dancing, Kurt.
Talking about dancing, let's run your jingle for Freebie shopping cart, eh?
Ole, 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 go catch Friebe shopping cart.
Well, it's good to be back. I've had a week off. I've had time to think about this. I've also had time to do plenty of shopping. And shout out to Amber, who's also done plenty of shopping in the last week or so.
Oh, yeah.
Had plenty of parcels from...
Few handbags?
no handbags, but it seems like... I don't know. I was going to guess it was like shoes or tops or something. I don't know. It's there's been plenty of things coming through the shopping carts at the Friebe family. But anyway, this week I'm thinking pedals. They wear out from time to time, and when I'm looking for aero gains for this segment, which I think is very important, I think look no further than the new look Keo Blade pedals.
Bit of a tongue twister there, mate.
Look. Anyway, they have just released a new pair of pedals, and geez, have they done a good job, Jimbob?
Have they?
Yeah.
They're looking fresh.
I've been a look user for a number of years, and I have darted around a little bit of recent times to the Asiomas and different things because of power meters, etc. But I think they're a good pedal, and these guys have come out with it's very aero, and I think that's the point here that I want to make. So.
You are the slipperiest dude getting around Brisbane.
It's important, and we'll wait till I get the Ghibli going, and then we'll be able to test these things in real time, Jimbob. But most importantly, there's a bit of width increase in these pedals. So they've gone out another sort of 5 mil or whatever it is. So a bit more comfortable on the platform. The shoe reduces hot spots, which I don't know if anyone else gets hot spots. Yep. I tend to get bloody hot spots. So I don't know if that's shoes or if it's the pedals or a combination of both. But I reckon. The soles.
Get some copper 9
Yeah,
soles.
I was thinking it might be an issue there for the old copper 9 soles. But these are also a lot lighter. They've knocked the weight off these pedals, and they're coming in at $95 grams even for their the ceramic.
Can't imagine they're $95 in your shopping cart.
Nah. Because they're ceramic and they're
You got
titanium.
Minimum $300.
And they're titanium. But anyway, the good news is they've also improved their clipping in functionality, which I think is important, especially when you're doing TT or something and you don't have a clipped in start. So they reckon it's 60% easier to clip in because the rotation, like when it's sort of ready and stationary for you to put your foot into it, springs back in a more improved weight balance, so you can get your foot in a.
Is that really a draw card?
Oh, I do like that. I do like it. I think it's just a benefit. That's a bonus.
Okay.
But I think the real benefit is the 2% improvement in aerodynamic efficiency compared to the last ones.
Hold on. So I'm like, this is where I go call bullshit. Is this 2% efficiency on the pedal itself or overall 2% efficiency? Because 2% efficiency on the pedal is fuck all.
Aero.
And against what?
The previous model.
2%.
2% faster.
It's like the Trek Madone.
Yeah, 2% on the actual pedal itself is it's not going to make any difference.
You will if you lose Townsville by half a second.
Oh, wouldn't that hurt?
How much money would I spend to not have that situation?
You would spend your $399, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I reckon there would be some fist thrown if you were about to lose by half a second.
All this training, you're going to do it for a run after this tonight. I'm just saying, everything counts.
Fuck, I'd get up on the toes, hey. I'd be sprinting.
I'm going to rest my case on that. But anyway, I think they look good. I'm a bit of a look fan. I've used them for years. I reckon, given the fact that we do burn through a few pedals, I reckon get yourself on some of the fourth gen.
I'm not going through pedals that often.
No, neither.
Don't you?
Yeah, maybe
one a year.
One a year.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just this is only going to get in my shop.
2% though. If you're gonna go for it, why not?
2%. All in.
You love it.
That's the cut.
You love it.
Ole, go catch Friebe shopping cart.
Righto. We're into it. Jimbob's Game Changers. So, last time we were talking about carb loading. We've plugged that. We're now looking for more marginal gains. Friebe and I are looking at doing testing some bicarb for an upcoming cycling event, short duration, high intensity. Basically, and we might get Rhino to talk to this a little more because I am probably a bit of a hubbard when it comes to this, but my basic understanding of the bicarb is it increases performance by maintaining a regular pH balance in the muscles for longer during intense activity. Have I nailed that, Rhino?
Yeah, it essentially buffers the lactate in your legs as well. So it provides as a buffer so you don't burn as much. You don't feel that pain as much.
Oh, I need that.
But marginal. We're talking marginal.
All right, 2% marginal or just...
Friebe 2% on his pedals.
I think it's proven, right? It's definitely a proven game changer.
Put it into watts for us.
Varies for everyone. I don't think. Yeah, that's
a cop out.
That's a very political statement. But if you can handle it, I mean, over what are you looking at? A 40-minute TT.
Not even.
30.
Nah,
25, 28.
A 40-minute crit and maybe a 20 to 25-minute TT.
Yeah, I reckon you could get 10, 20 watts. Like,
wow.
Ooh, we're on there.
Yeah,
let's try it. Why don't we try it this weekend?
Go on.
Well, if I'm going to tell you anything, you have to try multiple times before because it will screw your guts up.
Yeah. Oh, do we need to take a bag?
So
don't want to shit myself.
You need to be. it is a lot to take. You have to take it over multiple.
Is it
hours.
like just the cooking shit? You just sort of tip it in down like a funnel.
Hey! Hold on. Let me talk through it. So the protocol is 0.3 to 0.4 grams per kilogram of body weight. So it ends up being somewhere between 20 and 30 grams of bicarb that you need to
teaspoon
put.
Of sugar.
No.
20 grams.
How much is a teaspoon?
If you cups like that, it's a decent whack, man.
A gel. Think about a gel. A gel is
35, I suppose.
30 to 40 grams.
I was thinking, okay,
and you got to take
tablespoon
volume.
So you're taking that 60 to 90 minutes before the race, you're letting it settle, and then you do the race, and then hopefully it buffers the lactate. So there appears to be 3 options that you can do to take it. So there's the regular old bicarb from the cupboard, which is the powder.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You can buy it from the chemist in tablet form, and I've heard from another tall redheaded bearded friend that that's the way to do it.
Mate, you'll be rattling around like a chemist.
Oh yeah.
How many tablets you have to take for that?
Oh man, you have pills everywhere.
They'll be rattling around inside you.
You're a drug dealer, pretty much. And then the third option is a sports-specific product like the Morton Hydrogel, but that's fairly expensive. So we're going to test a few of these options, Friebes, over the next couple of weeks. And
Okay.
we'll sort of report back with how it's working out.
If we shit ourselves or not.
Exactly.
I'm interested
Rhino, can
to
you
see
just
the
give
data.
us a? Can you just give us an? If we're going to shit ourselves, is it during the race or is it just after the race? Like, I need to prepare for this as much as I need to prepare for this bicarb.
Before, during, or after, mate.
Oh,
it's
sweet.
it's
It's
coming when you
unknown.
don't expect it.
Just straight through.
Just think about what bicarb actually is. Just
Bubbles
put a
up.
little bit on your tongue
Yeah.
and it'll bubble. It's
Really?
doing that in your gut.
I've never done it.
Yeah. So Rhino,
Like
I
a
saw-
fizzer.
I
Like
saw.
think about like the fizzer.
Oh, those
powder.
sherbets.
Is it
Yeah.
really
Like the old
worth
Put a
sherbets.
sherbet on your tongue. That's what it does. It reacts.
it? No.
Have you had much experience with it, Rhino? Like doing the different types?
Personally, I haven't done it myself. I've heard a lot of people trying it and testing it and said that it actually it helps them a lot.
Yep.
Particularly for track, like pursuit stuff. It's well known that the Oz Cycling have a protocol for it before all the IPs and team pursuits.
And mate, there is a toilet in the velodrome.
Yeah.
There's toilets everywhere. You just need to know how to clean it up.
North Arm. North
Yeah.
Arm. Thanks very much.
So yes, that is going to be the game changer for the next couple of weeks. We're
I
going
like
to
it.
test that out. There's a few different options there. We're going to run with bicarb from the cupboard, which is obviously the cheapest option. Then you're buying pills from the chemist. It's obviously more expensive again. And if you go a product like Morton, it costs, I think it's like $75 or something.
For one gel.
And there's 3 uses in that, so you're talking $25 a
Joking.
use. So
Second mortgage.
Mate, I'd
please.
pay $25 for 20 watts though, just quality. I was paying $395 for freaking
100%.
2%.
Would you?
well, this is what we're going to
Bring
go
it.
test.
Worth it.
Bring
This
it.
is what we're going to test. So
We need a sponsor.
I wouldn't go with the kitchen use bicarb though.
I want to try it once. I want to cross it off the
Mate, I
list.
use that to
'cause-
clean the drain
Yeah, well, yeah.
with a bit of vinegar.
I'll do it. I'll do it downstairs on the turbo where there's a toilet next
Perfect.
door, and I'll test it and let you know.
God.
Okay, well,
Taking
you can
one for the
you do
team.
that one.
Yeah. So that's it. Nothing groundbreaking today, but that's what's coming up.
It's a game changer though.
That is.
Yeah, brilliant. Road Nats got released today as well in Perth.
Kings Park.
Kings Park, lumpy course, some steep pinches there.
Very
So,
safe roads.
Safe roads, easy to shut down because there's no traffic going through there. So,
Nope.
Should be a good race.
Mate, it's Kermesse.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I like it.
It's gonna be
Mixes
spicy.
it up. It looks like easy logistic and easy to replicate as well. So it makes sense that they're going to have it in a park. Good viewers.
Will you get over there?
I'm thinking about it, just because it's in a new spot. But it's so logistically, it's quite hard for the East Coast, and it's a common thing that everyone from the West Coast always complains about nationals being on the East Coast. So we can't really complain about it.
Yeah.
But there's no denying that it's quite expensive to get over there and be there for a week if you're doing all events.
It's nice to see them changing it up as well.
I really like it. It's good that they're changing it up. But
make
it could be a sprinter in a national championship.
That's what I was going to
That'd be
say.
good.
Is it going to be a bunch sprint, or what do you think?
Caden Groves.
Could be Caden, but it's
Caleb.
that course. It's not. It's either going to be a bunchy controlled by Jayco.
Correct.
Like there's 15
That's what's gonna
guys
happen.
there. They're just going to control it and ride it back, or it's just going to be a big move that they just can't control, and they'll have 3-4 guys in it like normal nationals, but
Yeah.
it won't be as decisive. It'll come down to tactics.
Could be Matthews.
Could be.
Your
It'll
boy,
be-
the Wombat?
It'll
It
be
is a
more
bling.
tactics than physical, I reckon.
You reckon bling? Gold jersey.
I reckon Groves if he makes it down.
Very good.
Groves or Ewan.
Yeah.
My boy, the Wombat.
Or the
So-
Wombat. Hopefully he's been to Turkey in between then.
Yeah.
Transplant.
In other news coming out this week, triathlete Hernandez Rodriguez stood down over doping. Who knows something about this?
Well, Rhino was listening to something today about it. What's going on
Yeah, I was
there?
listening to the Triathlon Hour podcast on the way in here actually about this. Clomiphene is what he got tested positive for. Apparently it was minimal levels, but I don't know too much about the drug, to be completely honest, but apparently it's being used to mask other performance-enhancing drugs. So it's not a performance-enhancing drug itself, but it masks the other drugs that are more performance beneficial.
Kurt, have you been cleared for clomiphene?
Mate.
Have you been tested for it?
Well, actually, I've been eating a high quantity amount of eggs.
Have you?
Yeah, so...
And clomiphene found in eggs, isn't
yeah, correct. So
Well,
it actually
well. So it's not found in eggs normally.
It is in my household. And also, it increases my levels. So I think I'm on the right path, mate.
What levels?
However you say it.
Testosterone.
Yeah, that one. No. I wish, mate. I wish.
He's not short of that.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh, God. With further tests to be conducted, though, I believe.
Yeah.
They did test they tested the B sample and it was positive as well. So
Ooh.
it's AB positive. He's fighting it, claiming innocence, but
How many years is that? Is that 4 years ban?
They haven't discussed that.
they haven't. Yeah, I don't think.
Well, if he was a Chinese swimmer, he could just smash the samples and get away with only a 3-year ban.
Simple.
That's what I would do.
Or join the doped Olympics that's happening next year or something.
Oh, in on that.
See,
Yeah.
Missile Magnussen's talking
Yeah.
big talk.
Do you reckon he wins it?
Nah.
I don't reckon he wins it.
He's bloody my age, isn't he?
I don't know, but he's saying $1 million should be the winning prize money or something like that. I don't reckon he wins that.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, good luck.
well.
It'll be good to watch.
Be great to watch.
Yeah.
Imagine how quick a sprinter would run.
Imagine the side effects to his body.
We'll grow a third leg.
I bet there's no world records beaten.
Oh, it'll be good to see.
I bet you Usain Bolt comes out of retirement just to jump on it.
Yeah.
nah.
Nah, he won't.
Nah.
He would
He-
destroy his legacy if he did that.
He's already got the world record.
Yeah.
What world
Mate,
record's he got?
he's the GOAT. Don't worry
He
about it.
is. He's got nothing to lose.
And
Parting.
we discussed in I think it was Ryan's episode, which is getting released on Monday. Everyone, so it's
a big episode.
There's a lot of good chat in that. So Pro Velo announced last week that the winners of the under 23 category will get a stagiaire ride with the JCO men's and women's world
Which is
tour
massive.
teams,
Which is
which
massive.
is a great incentive. Like they like that. That's a big tick for the Pro Velo for any up and comer that wants to get to a pro level. So
Good carrot.
Such a huge draw card.
yeah, exactly.
In other news, wasn't there a local Brisbane rider that just got one of those positions on a world tour team?
Yeah, Declan Trezise. He just did the recent Arctic race of Norway and absolutely frothed it. He did really well. So he's remaining a stagiaire for Astana for the rest of the season, and he's doing Lavinier as well. Isn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
He's in
So
for 11 here.
Well, hopefully he gets a gig. Man.
Yeah.
He's pretty deserving of one.
well, he's won a race over there this year too, and
Run of an over
yeah,
Isle.
yep. So
Not a bad team to be tied to as well, with the Astana getting taken over by that Chinese team. They're coming in with big money.
Oh, mate, big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
Yeah, big. How big?
Big money. You know that TikTok trend at the moment? Give me my money. Jesus, that was a year come. But no,
You said it, not us.
but no, aren't they like a manufacturing company or something like that?
They make bikes.
Yeah. Well, that makes a hell of a lot of sense here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Very, very cool for Declan. It's cool to see him get some reward. He's put some hard work in over the last few
Absolutely.
years, and cool for ARA, another Aussie,
Yeah.
another proving that ARA can send guys to that area up into the World Tour as a stagiaire. So hopefully it continues next year for him.
yeah, whatever ARA is doing seems to be working because they keep getting these riders in stagiaire rides. So
Well, hopefully that pays off for the young
Yeah.
ones now.
well, it
Should
topic.
do. Should do.
Yeah,
They've got
you'll-
plenty of contacts. So it's working.
you'll have to listen to Monday's episode to find out more
that was a great episode.
on that. Let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, can I just say also the noise that we've heard here is that we're recording at Easy Time. So thanks Easy Time Brewing for having us.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about the background noise. Just adds to the
Popping
vibe.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really popping off on
It's
this
heaving.
Wednesday night. Don't forget to like our Strava segment.
Yeah.
Join the club. Subscribe wherever you listen. Follow us on all the platforms. We now have TikTok, so you can see Kurt's face more often.
Yeah.
And let us know if you're interested in a backside bunchy.
Yeah.
I will not be running that, by the way.
Shocking.
It's Lukey D's job, I reckon.
Mate, you can't be trusted for anything like that. Let's be honest.
All right. We'll see you next week, eh? Next week's a big one. So I got another special guest on, so
Stay tuned.
stay tuned. Ciao.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Hooroo.
Scotch.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Rhino. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Yeah,
Thanks for
mate.
having me, guys.
No problem.
Scotch.
Yes?
500 watts, please.